Can I vent to y'all real quick? I'm gonna try to make this really quick. I got a friend. I got somebody that I know that I talk to, and he's not a believer. Dang, I look like an old dog. Sorry, y'all. It's been a lot going on lately. My bad. Oof. See, I was just sitting here talking about age. If I was a woman, I'd be like, oh, the bags. I need to do this. I need to go to surgery. But bump that, age is a part of life. Anyway, what I'm saying is, speaking of that, I have a friend and he's not a believer. And he was helping me with something earlier. And I don't remember how the conversation started, but I had said something and I was like, well, oh, I will say this to you, but you're not a believer. And he was like, I'm a I never said I didn't believe. I just not religious. I'm more spiritual. I said, well, you're not a believer. When I say you're not a believer, you're not a believer in Christ. And he was like, well, I'm spiritual. I'm not religious. I never said I didn't believe in Jesus. No, no, no. He said, I never said I didn't believe in Jesus. I just don't have to read no book to. And I'm just like, well, how else do you know about Jesus? Like, huh? And he's the same person who told me before he thought he was killing it. He was like, well, if God is, if, well, you talk about God, well, just know that God made the devil. And I was just like, were you trying to prove, you thought you was proving a point here or something? Like, what? Like, and then like at the moment I was just like, yeah, yeah. But then when I start, I learned more and did more research. I'm just like, God didn't make that. He that's why humans are so messed up in the head. Because it's crazy that when he got banished from heaven and he had to come down to earth, the way that the devil acts and works is the same way that we act and work as humans. And it's just weird. I mean, it's crazy to me because I didn't have an argument at the time, but it was like, dang. When he said that, it was like, wow. The devil turned into the devil after he got kicked out of heaven. God didn't make this devil that is now. God didn't make him. And if you really think about this devil now, he's just a copycat. Like, he's really a copycat. But the point that I'm making is, it's just so funny to me how people can say they're spiritual and not religious, but then say they believe in God. How do you know about God? How do you know about the devil? How do you know about Jesus? How can you say you believe in Jesus, but you don't believe in the Bible? That I'm kind of stalling right now because I'm trying to think about what exactly it is that I push record to say to y'all, because I just got wrapped up in just, it's just like, it's so ignorant to me. And then he was just like, oh, well, I remember we were talking about something. This had to do about the Bible. We were talking about something, and he was like, I said, I got it. I got it. I said, you're not a believer. He said, and that's what pissed me off. Yes, 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 yes. Because he was like, I'm a believer. I just don't believe in the book, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, shit, I forgot again. Oh. Which brings me right back. Me cussing brings me right back. Because what he gonna say is, um, oh, well, if you were a believer of the book, you wouldn't be doing none of this. Like, we weren't even doing anything. Like, I was just helping him. Like, he was helping me out with something. Um, and we were just taking a break. Like, we were just sitting, and he was like, well, if you believed in the book, you wouldn't be doing none of this. And it just reminded me of a time where I used to be in that mindset of feeling like the Bible said, you can't do this, you can't be this, you can't, no, 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 no. And I used to believe that. I did. I really did, because that's what people told me. You know, and I just was like, have you read the Bible yourself? Because now that I've been actually reading the Bible myself, I'm like, oh, oh, oh. Like, I literally can see how there's been plenty of times that people have used the Bible to do negative things, to kill, to murder, to I say kill and murder, they the same thing. But to do things like that. And I've heard and watched movies and TV shows and stuff about people using words in the Bible, and it's like, now that I'm reading it with my own eyes, I'm like, oh, I can see how somebody could have taken this and used it for bad. But the thing about it is, the devil is a copycat. Like, you can say, like, people be like, oh, there can't be no good without bad. That's not true. That's not true. If the devil was never here as an enemy, there would still be a God. Like, I I don't want to get too deep into it, but it's just crazy because you can always hear a non-believer by just what they say. And he gets so mad at me because he keeps saying Jesus Christ, but he keeps using it in a derogatory term. And I had to tell him the other day, Jesus isn't a saying. He was a person. What if somebody just said your name as a cuss word? We're saying Jesus as a cuss word. In movies, they say or holy. And I want to be an actor. So when I watch stuff, I'm like, okay, I am an actor. Excuse me. I need to stop saying I want to be or an inspiring. I am one. Okay. I may not be a movie actor. You know what I'm saying? But I was in a movie. I may not be a Broadway actor, but I've been in a whole bunch of plays. You know what I'm saying? I may not be on your TV screen right now, but you can catch me on YouTube. Hi, I'm Duran. Okay, stop. Anyway, um, but I think that just triggered me a little when he said, "Well, if you was in the Bible, you wouldn't be doing this." First of all, I'm not doing anything. I was just laughing earlier because I'm like, dang, it's 2024 and I ain't had sex all year. And not because I can't get none, because trust me, I know I look like a big fat beluga whale, boo, 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 doo.